Make sure you download the Woodward Sports app in the App Store and the Google Play Store today. Take Woodward Sports with you wherever you go and listen live on your phone or mobile device.
Good morning, everyone, and thanks for joining us on the Morning Woodward Show here on the Woodward Sports Network, also featured on The Roar on 99.1, 93.5, and 94.7 HD2. You know what day it is. It's Friday Eve. I'm just kidding. Well, it is Friday Eve, but it's also draft day. We are so excited. It is finally time to draft the cocaine.
Yay.
As you can see, I have my handy dandy Adham snorting cocaine shirt on.
So excited
it's going to
for
be a
the
wonderful
draft.
day. We've got a lot to talk about. Terry, how are you feeling on this draft day?
I'm feeling great because no more mock drafts.
Well,
after
actually,
today.
we do have mock
Wait a
drafts
minute.
today.
I'm sorry. My bad. Tomorrow we'll have the first 2023 mock draft. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Don't forget. Never forget.
Today is one of the most important days ever.
Is
You're
it?
so happy.
Oh my God, how can I not be happy? Look, I have a very
Wake up
special
angry.
surprise.
That's your usual
I usually
motto.
wake up very angry. Today I am very happy.
Oh, that's good.
Look,
You're not gonna be happy tonight because you're gonna get arrested.
I am going to get
That's
arrested.
not true. We have Abe.
I have 15 blocks, or bricks, excuse me. I have 15
All
bricks
white bricks.
that will be escorted along with me tonight to the brass rail. It's going to be a good time.
I'm going to recommend that you don't do that.
I'm doing it.
Oh,
I'm
we're
all
doing
in.
it. We're doing it.
What's the worst that what they
It's
kick
Full
me out?
send. We are full
No,
send.
no, no,
me
no.
out.
They
Late
put your
now.
ass in jail, and some
For
big
what?
guy is taking advantage of you by midnight tonight. That's the
What if
worst thing.
What if I'm into that kind of stuff, Terry?
You're not.
All right.
Come on.
Oh man, let's get
And
started.
if you were, nothing wrong with it. Just saying.
Nah, no, Terry.
Listen, we don't judge here.
No, we fat shame people here, so no, we can say whatever we want. No,
Okay.
We don't
unacceptable.
apologize.
You're gonna do a show in the morning. You say whatever the hell you want, and you're not allowed to apologize for it.
Wake up
unless you're
angry.
fish. Fish is the only exception.
What is that supposed to have to apologize for everything I say?
You're the only person that can do it. Fair.
Oh, okay, sure.
All right.
Because you're just so innocent.
All right. Anyways,
Yes.
let's get the show started. I think in the best way. Talk about, of course, the Detroit Lions. But Terry asked a really good question last night.
That's my job.
He asked, if you had to take two players from either Michigan or Michigan State, you can mix, doesn't matter. Outside of Aidan Hutchinson, who would it be? And I thought long and hard about this. I'm like, man, there's David Ajabo, Kenneth Walker, Daxton Hill, Naylor, Connor Hayward, a ton of players. Terry, to be honest with you, realistically, since Aiden's not a possibility, right? At
Correct.
32, I'm likely looking at Daxton Hill. At 34, if I needed a running back, I'm probably looking at Kenneth Walker. So I would argue picks 32 and 34 would make more sense with those two if I had to choose two players from Michigan and Michigan State. And then later on in the draft, I don't think I'm touching a single Michigan player outside of Brad Hawkins and maybe Jalen Naylor. So those are the guys. If I have to take them early, it's Kenneth Walker and Daxton Hill. If I got to take them later, probably Brad Hawkins and Jalen Naylor.
Well, I wrote down the exact same names. I would definitely, if you could walk away with Kenneth Walker and Daxton Hill, that would be pretty good. But if you do take Hill, you can't take your boy Sign because you already have a safety.
Yeah, I don't see them going safety at 32 this year. It makes sense. Brisker, Sign, Daxton Hill. Who knows? Who knows? But if I like the idea of if it has to be from Michigan or Michigan State, I would rather take the players later on because I know Hassan Haskins
Well,
is.
you can get Kenneth Walker later.
I think he's a second-round pick this year. And I think he is this draft class's Jonathan Taylor. I really believe that. This guy can find the hole. He can run with finesse, with power, and he just has an innate ability. That was so unathletic, by the way. I wish that was caught on camera. That was not athletic at all. Anyway, You barely got like an inch off the ground.
She got more than an inch.
That was not more than an inch. She like struggled to put her feet together.
Clearly,
You know what? She doesn't have her coffee yet, so she's not in
Oh, that's right. The
funk
Energizer
mode
Bunny.
yet. So she's still trying to figure herself out.
I still did the trick.
Barely. Yeah, you almost got tricked.
My question to you guys this morning is, if you're a Detroit Lions fan, would you accept Kenneth Walker at 34? Forget alumni, Michigan State. I don't care what school you went to. I really could care less. A running back at 34 on this football team, I don't think it makes sense, to be fair. Even though I think Kenneth Walker walks in day one is better than everybody in that committee, including, yes, DeAndre Swift. Now, do you spend the number 34 overall pick, Terry? I don't think you do. I think that's a big gamble,
I
think it's a waste.
I would take him definitely late second or third round, but I know running backs are considered a dime a dozen, but if you had Kenneth Walker and Swift as your 1-2, because in the good teams have a 1-2 punch. They're not letting guys carry the ball 300 times or 250 times.
Yep.
Again, so a season. But if you can have Swift and Kenneth Walker, and you're
It's nice.
and what do you want to do? Run the ball. So I would consider it.
I would consider it. I wouldn't pull the trigger at 34. Somehow, some way, he's sitting on the board at 58. I'm trading that third round pick, and I'm giving up a future pick to trade up 6 spots. And I'm probably taking him. I don't see him making it past 40, to be honest with you. So I don't think he's for the Lions this year. I don't think it's in their best interest to even consider Kenneth Walker at 34. But if I had to, you're telling me I have to take a player from Michigan and Michigan State at 32 and 34?
Well, I wasn't saying you had to take him at 32 and 34. I'm just saying if you could walk away this weekend.
With only 2 players.
Yeah, only 2 players. One from Michigan, one from Michigan State.
Yeah, I would go later. I think I could find value with Brad Hawkins later in the draft. Hell, even Hassan Haskins. I'd take a chance on Jalen Naylor. Connor Hayward, I don't think is worth even drafting. So,
It's something about Hayward, though. I mean,
I'm willing to do whatever it takes, guys.
Yeah, he didn't find himself as a running back, but then he moved to tight end and actually became productive, kind of physical, mean. So he's one of those guys that could make a roster, even though we're never going to talk about him as being an elite player, but he can be that battering ram. So I wouldn't totally discount him if I were you.
The closer we get to tonight, the less and less I become concerned with who the Lions are taking. With all the reports that have come out there, and there's a lot of BS that's reported in
most of
the lead
BS.
up to the draft. I could say this. I'm very confident that the Detroit Lions do not select a quarterback or a safety at number 2 overall. And if you're curious what I'm talking about, Malik Willis or Kyle Hamilton, number 1. Number 2, it wouldn't surprise me if they went with Sauce Gardner, number 2 overall. I still don't think they make that move.
Are you serious?
It wouldn't surprise me if they did.
Wouldn't? Oh, come on, man.
Would I be pissed? I'll be killing people. But how I feel about it is irrelevant. Could I see it happening tonight? I'm trying to envision what could happen that I would be surprised or I would be on board with. There's no chance in hell I see them taking a quarterback or Kyle Hamilton, mainly Malik Willis, at number 2 overall. There's no chance. There's a small chance in hell, I should say, they take Sauce Gardner. And I think 95% of that pie chart that you want to put together, of all the players they could take, 95% of it is consumed by Kayvon Thibodeaux, Aidan Hutchinson, and I want to say 3% of that pie, maybe the kid out of Florida State.
But don't you think the Lions have learned? I know it's a new regime, but haven't they learned their lesson about taking a cornerback? They've already did that at number 3 before. So far it's blown up in their face, and it will probably never work out. And then now they would do it again. I
don't see Brad Holmes being stupid enough to do that. I really don't.
But you just said you thought he would.
No. Okay, let me say this again. No chance in hell, quarterback or safety. I think there's a possibility, it's this much, that they could do it. Given there's some people, Terry, that have Sauce Gardner as the best player in this draft. That is appealing. Whether I disagree with it or not is irrelevant. I don't think Brad Holmes does it either way. Again, I think 95% chance you see an edge rusher taken off that board. That 5% will probably put me in the hospital or jail.
Now, if he takes Sauce Gardner at number 2, there's going to be an explosion in this city. People are going to be angry. They're going to want to protest.
Good for all you Americans.
I just don't think the Lions can't do that. It's something they cannot do.
You know what's crazy, Terry? The more I've just sat down and thought about it, the more I've come to terms that, you know what? Kayvon's the pick no matter what, unless he goes number 1. But I think it's Kayvon. And not only do I think it's Kayvon, I am dead set that it's going to be Kayvon Thibodeaux to the Detroit Lions no matter what. Hutchinson on the board, Jesus on the board, doesn't matter who. I think Brad Holmes found his guy. I still think Aidan Hutchinson is worth a selection. The floor on Aidan is much higher than Thibodeaux, but Kayvon Thibodeaux was the number 1 pick consensus for all of college football season for a reason. You're getting one of, if not the best player on the board. Lions are walking away with a damn good football player at number 2 overall tonight.
Yeah, they will. And I think the whole Brad Holmes, this isn't my type of guy report was bogus. It's not based on solid foundation. If Thibodeaux is there, I think Dan Campbell would take him. He would embrace him, and he would work out with the Lions. And
I think we talk about fits, right, for players. What's a good fit for a player? With a defensive player, do you need to walk into a culture that's good for you and, you need to be catered to and you have to have a supporting cast? Not necessarily. It's nice. But as a pass rusher, I have a select few things I am responsible for. When I'm a quarterback, I'm responsible for everything. So everything around me affects me. A guy like Kayvon Thibodeaux, Hutchinson, Walker, these, all these edge rushers coming out of college, they don't need to come into a situation, Terry, where it's a match made in heaven for them. The scheme is perfect. The talent around them is perfect. Can you play ball? Can you get to the quarterback? Can you stop the run a little bit? Can you put pressure on the quarterback? That's all I'm asking for. Not asking for much.
But they do have to play within a system. Of course. They have to, be true to their gaps and stuff and then they can't just try to do everything and just say, no, the hell with the rest of my teammates. So they do have to buy in to something. You just can't pin your ears back and do whatever you want.
No, absolutely
not. There's a system and there's a rhyme and reason to why things are done a certain way, and they have to adhere to that.
Very excited for tonight. We are live 7:30 on, of course, the YouTube for the NFL Draft party that we'll be hosting tonight. We'll be covering the entire first round. Myself, Neil, and Scott Bischoff. By the way, Scott Bischoff yesterday broke some interesting news on what could possibly be going on inside of Allen Park in terms of their draft board. We'll get to that around 8:30, 8:45-ish. Having said that,
interesting stuff.
I got to tell you about my bookie. Guys, don't miss out. You can bet on the number 2 overall pick, who you think it's going to be. You can bet how many receivers are going to be taken in the first round. All I know is whatever you bet on, you should be doing it with my bookie. Sign up today using code Woodward and bet from anywhere, any time. Again, that's my bookie. As always, if you have a gambling problem or you just suck, call 1-800-270-7117.
It took exploring 50 different formulas and hosting countless taste tests, but we believe Gypsy Vodka is the smoothest vodka on the market. Don't believe us? Ask the owners.
We're Mike and Adam Kazanowski with High Five Spirits Distillery. We're in close to about 1,200 locations throughout Michigan. wanted to create a brand that was geared more towards freedom, love, adventure, and at the end of the day, we really wanted to tell a story that inspired other people to take risks, follow their dreams, whatever that might be.
The official sticker partner of Woodward Sports. When it comes to stickers and signage, think Sticker Genius. We support this local Detroit business, and we are excited to show you our latest project, the Planet Fitness Studio from Sticker Genius. If you need custom stickers, wall graphics, window graphics, and plenty more, reach out to our friends at Sticker Genius. We at Woodward Sports couldn't be any happier with the service they provided us. They were quick, easy to deal with, and super professional. Head to stickergenius.com today.
We all know Cade should have been Rookie of the Year. But you know the saying, Detroit versus everybody.
Uh-oh, Cunningham all by himself.
Woodward Sports.
Welcome back. Thanks for joining us on the Morning Woodward Show here on the Woodward Sports Network. Guys, it's draft day.
Bunch of old idiots. God, some of the people here.
Don't.
Darren will talk later.
Oh, boy.
Maz, Ryan, I swear to God, you mentioned a single thing about Baker Mayfield today. I'm not
They're going to do it today.
Are they?
That's right.
Probably.
Is it in their show prep?
I can tell you.
I'm gonna go back there and burn it.
Well, if it's not in the show prep, they're just going to introduce, they're just going to talk about it.
I'm kicking Maz off the show if it's in the show prep.
Well, they all say he could be traded today, so
Well, Maz
of course
could be
they're going to
traded.
talk
Maz
about
will
it.
be traded today for a freaking box of peanuts if they talk about Baker Mayfield on
I think
draft day.
he should just be released.
That's what I'm saying.
And in fact, I talked to the afternoon show, and they said they don't mind us jostling them a little bit and making fun of them.
They
That's what
deserve
like.
it. They deserve it. Anyways.
It doesn't look like it's officially in their prep.
Yeah, but that's like the Maz midnight.
Yeah, that's like 1.0. They
Yeah.
get to like 3.0 by noon. Anyways, the point is.
That's like the I'm half sleepy Maz
we'll
watching
see.
Yankees
We'll see what
baseball
happens.
prep.
We'll see what happens. If they
It could be a
I'll
brawl
be ready.
tonight.
I'll be ready. I'll be ready.
At the Brass Rail.
I'm always ready to fight, so.
Let's just beat their ass at the show
Okay,
tonight.
say less.
I'm down.
Don't have to ask me twice.
If they talk about Baker Mayfield.
Oh, now there's an if.
Well, I mean, you just don't roll up on somebody and just beat their ass. There's got to be a reason.
No, you don't need a
I was
reason.
gonna say,
With Maz, I have enough reasons. Anyways, guys, are you concerned? And Terry, I'll let you answer this first. Not only are you concerned with the Detroit Tigers' inability to hit the ball, is it time to be concerned about where they're heading? 6-10 to start the year, similar to how they started last year. 3.5 games out of the Central.
Now, the responsible answer would be, oh, Adam, damn it, it's not enough games. But, yes, I mean, the Tigers, man, not only they're not hitting, they don't hit the ball hard. I mean, let's look at some of these averages. We're praising Spencer Torkelson because he's got a great swing, which he does. But he's hitting .216, 3 homers, 8 RBIs. Akil Baddoo, 111, 179 on base percentage, 1 home run, 2 RBIs. Eric Haas, 139. Scope, 154. I mean, dude, even if they were batting 220 or 225, I'd be concerned. But there's 4 guys batting well below 200. And, you know, they look like they're pressing. Even when they get good pitches in the strike zone, I mean, 90-mile-an-hour fastballs, they're whiffing on them or popping them up. There's something wrong with the brew here.
Yeah, look, I mean, I'll start with Spencer Torkelson. He's going to get a pass from me. 1, he's a rookie.
Correct.
But 2, this is also the guy that leads the team in on-base percentage, also leads the team in walks, and unfortunately also leads the team in strikeouts, right? So, I mean, that's what you expect from a rookie. But he actually, in my opinion, takes some of the best at-bats. Look, I know it doesn't matter if you don't end up with a hit, but his at-bats are quality at-bats is what, you know, you'd call them as a manager. When you're a manager and you're trying to teach a young player how to go, I would say, approach your next at-bat, it's like, hey, you know what? If you're struggling, take the first pitch, right? Get a feel for the guy. And then once you get down in the count, fight. Prolong the at-bat as long as possible and wait for the pitcher to make the mistake, right? You don't force it. And I've seen a lot of that with Spencer Torkelson. So, yeah, you know what? Batting .216, but a .355 on-base percentage. OPS .767, second highest on the team, only behind Javier Baez. I'm not concerned with Torkelson. I am concerned with Scope, Eric Haas, hell, even Akil Baddoo. It's a disaster. They're batting under 150. That's embarrassing.
No, it
That's
is.
embarrassing.
The
And
thing,
there's no more excuses on, well, spring training was shortened because we're 16 games in now. I think that's an appropriate amount of time to just get up to speed with the feel of the game, right? And I'm seeing teams across all of baseball now starting to absolutely light it up. It's really important for the Tigers these next 10 games. Forget the winning side of it. They got to hit the ball because the pitching hasn't let them down. Outside of, we don't need to talk about the last game against Minnesota. It was really defensive errors. But anyways, the pitching has actually been pretty average, above average. Hasn't been special, hasn't been great, but it's been pretty good. I don't think anyone's complaining about pitching.
I'll take it. If they pitch like this the rest of the year,
I think it's very good. Yeah, it's solid. You'll take that if the bats are there. The problem is the bats aren't there right now.
You know what else is not there? The gloves.
Jesus, man, that was embarrassing.
Baddoo misplayed a fly ball yesterday. We had Haas I still say he misplayed a ball in the outfield. Just stupid stuff.
Stupid mistakes. You rather get them all early on in the year, but again, they're only 3.5 games out of the Central. There's 146 games left on the year. I am not losing sleep over the Tigers' start. For anybody that would like to say, well, this is what happens when you say, well, let's not worry about it. It's too early. Too early is 16 games in to a 162-game schedule. We're 10% of the way there. When you get to 25%, let's have a conversation, which is about 40 games.
Yeah, that's the Sparky Anderson approach. 40 games, then let's talk.
I think it's the fair approach because the way you need to look at the game of baseball is this. I could have a horrible start to the year, and come All-Star break, I go on a tear, and I'm one of the hotter teams going into the postseason, and it's usually that team that does very well. Or I could be one of these teams that starts very well, slumps down the stretch, goes into the playoffs with zero confidence. There's a million ways to get into the playoffs, a million ways to win your division. Starting 6-10 is not the end of the world. Should they have beaten the Rockies more than they did? Sure. Should they have won the game against Minnesota the other night? Probably, yeah, sure, okay. Pitching is not their problem right now. The bats are. And I feel that's something that can get fixed. You can't fix bad pitching, in my opinion. It's a very difficult thing to do. Either you have stuff or you don't. And tonight, speaking of bets, Tarek Skubal on the mound, take the Tigers as an underdog. That's their ace, in my opinion. And boy, he's the only one on that staff that has filthy stuff, Terry.
That's true. And you're in your 2-day roll of making big money, so yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm all in tonight. $500 on the Tigers tonight from me. I'll do it right now.
Oh, shucks. Scared of you. But, you know, the thing that I'm trying to figure out, are they in a slump or is this who they are? But, you know.
I would argue if Akil Baddoo, Jonathan Scope, Eric Haas were batting .217, .230, I would look you in your face and say, oh, man, Terry, that's what they are. But they are a full point off of a standard batting average. They are just beyond bad. Right. And I don't think you can be this bad all year in hitting. I don't see that being possible for some of these players. I think Javier Baez has been as advertised. Miggy's done a lot better than expected. Right. Really good batting average. Not hitting for power, but maybe you don't need that. Again, Torkelson, 10 walks in 16 games. That's impressive. He's on 100 pace. He's on 100-plus walk pace. That is so impressive for a rookie. Hell, I can't even remember the last rookie to walk 100 times. So, again, I think it's still too early. I don't think it's who they are, Terry. I think, you said their team batting average was what? 213-ish? Or it was less than that?
I thought it was 213. But let's
if
play
it's
a little
213,
game.
I still think you're about .0 2 to 3 off. And I think that's a big difference. Batting 230, 240, 250 as a team. I think there's a big drop-off. So I think there's a lot of room for improvement. I think this team is nowhere near where they feel they can be or should be. And I'm not going to press the panic button. And whoever wants to press the panic button on the Detroit Tigers, not only 16 games in, but watching the 16 games, looking at the way they're pitching, looking at the way some of the young guys are taking an approach to the plate. I have 2 middle fingers for you, and you can take them to the bank. It's that simple. Fair enough, Terry?
That's good. I'm actually I am not an advocate of violence, but in this case, I'll just let you go.
I like that.
But let's play a little game here.
Okay.
I'm going to add 100 points to these guys' batting averages, and here's what it still wouldn't be good. Thibodeaux, if you add 100 points, is 211. If you add 100 points to Eric Haas, is 239. And if you add 100 points to Jonathan Scope, is 254. We would still be saying, damn, if you add 100 points, man, what's wrong with these guys?
Not ideal. With Scope, I can live with it if the power's there, right? So I can play the game of,
Well, he's got 1 home run.
I mean, yeah, it's a disaster. Again, I'm with you on the start. But, 20 more, 30 more games in, and he has 7 home runs, 8 home runs, and that's near 240, 250. I can live with that if the power's there. If you're getting me 30-plus home runs, I'll live with a poor batting average of 1 every 4 hits. But yeah, Terry, it definitely needs work, and that's why I think there's a lot of room for improvement. Because even if you added a full point, it's still bad. And I think they're better than that. I think they'll improve. I'm not going to press the panic button. Kory Woods joining us in a few minutes. Kory will break down the upcoming NFL draft. He'll be live from Allen Park for the Lions War Room and their draft party. It's going to be fun.
So we don't get to party with Kory tonight.
No,
That's terrible.
I asked for a pass to get in. Kory can relay the message that he got once he hops on. But before he does, I got to tell you about Planet Fitness, the official studio sponsor of the Woodward Sports Network. $0 down, $10 a month to get started. Your fitness is essential. Don't look like some of the people that work here. Take care of yourself. Put yourself on a good diet. Take care of your mental and physical health, and everything will be okay. And it all starts at Planet Fitness.
6 dark corners, a driveway and a patio, 5 windows that could become doors. Every house has unique security challenges. Guardian Alarm has more tech, more team, and more ways to help keep them all safe. Get a professionally designed and installed security and smart home system from Guardian Alarm. Sign up today and get a free video device. Guardian Alarm. Smart, right from the start. Call 1-800-STAY-OUT.
32 teams, 7 rounds, 224 young men who today are about to become players in the National Football League. A day where lives are changed, fates are decided, dynasties are born, and the clock is always ticking.
Draft day in Detroit. A time of hope, a time of wonder, and a time for Detroit Lions fans to act like it's the friggin' Super Bowl. Join Woodward Sports and hundreds of other diehard Lions fans for our NFL draft party and live stream from the Brass Rail Detroit. All your favorite and not so favorite Woodward Sports people will be there. Adham, Terry, Neil, D-Mac, Braylon, Ryan, the heavyweights, NFL scout Scott Bischoff, Maz, Stick, Jeff Maddie, Joey, and more. Come join us at the Brass Rail Thursday, April 28th from 7 p.m. until pick number 32. See you downtown for Draft Day with Woodward Sports. Brought to you by Cintron, Gypsy Vodka, and Planet Fitness.
Welcome back. Thanks for joining us on the Morning Word. I already started doing cocaine. Sorry, everybody.
Hey, whoa. What's wrong with
that
you?
Girl is struggling.
It's draft day.
Is that why you're struggling today? Because it's draft day?
No, I'm always struggling. Don't you know
She
me?
is. She goes through like midlife crisis. It's that whole thing every day.
Midlife, dang. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
sorry.
die young.
Yeah.
All right. Sure.
Well,
whatever.
we got
Kory's
Kory
here.
Yeah,
Goodbye, everyone.
Kory is here. We got Kory in the studio. Kory, welcome. Always good to have you on. How are you feeling this morning? It's draft day.
Kory is injured today.
Kory, could you, before you elaborate on your injuries, all right? I need you to tell Terry the response you got when we put in a request to have me come attend the draft party. And keep in mind, this is the party we're talking about that the Lions throw at Allen Park.
Oh, okay.
That was just met with the swift no. Not right now. Not right now. Just not right
Well,
now.
why?
We'll talk off air. We'll talk.
No. Tell him. No, tell him why. It's okay. This is a safe zone. All right, wait, guys, 1 second. My plug's here.
Oh, my
Come on,
God.
Jay. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
You know what?
Detroit Lions fans, get ready. Because
That-
tonight we're drafting
that-
cocaine,
that-
baby.
That's why he was not invited to the party. y'all got some problems here. I'm sorry.
Terry, you act like you don't have problems.
Not like this. There's no cocaine at the Foster Palace.
Oh, yeah. I need a knife. Jay!
I get you.
Yeah, tell Justin I need a knife. I need to taste this.
Now the police need
What's
to
up?
roll up in this.
All right,
mug.
anyways, back to our conversation.
hey, man. We in Birmingham. The municipality right behind us.
Kory, I'm white. I'm chilling.
Nah. They're coming here. The cocaine is over here. Hey, Kory, they're coming to arrest us.
Right. Why did you put it in his backpack?
Right. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
You know you set them up, and they shoot us in the back of the head.
All right.
Wow.
Knife, please.
Wow. This is really happening.
It's happening.
All right,
How you
thank
not?
you. Thank you very much.
They don't have to worry. I'm petrified.
I'm like literally like
Hey,
scared.
show the camera, idiot.
I'm literally
As they're
scared.
cutting it.
Fish, shut the hell up.
We're
Kory, could
gonna
you
get
continue our
yanked.
conversation, please?
Just so we know, this is sugar, everybody. That's flour.
That's not sugar or flour, buddy. This is the Matthew Stafford money that I had, all invested into these
See,
bricks.
they'll say we brought it in, and he deserves to do this because he's under stress.
I'm letting you know right now, if I go to Allen Park and they lock me out,
Ouch.
it's not my fault. I'm looking at all y'all.
They won't lock you up. They love you. They love you, man.
I even forgot what that was. I even forgot what they said now.
All right, we were talking about me trying to get me into Allen Park.
At the draft party.
Oh, you're gumming it. Okay,
Oh yeah, that's some good shit.
get that gummy.
All right.
And that was a swift no.
Yeah, this is Swift. No, I'm just saying right now. I got PTSD. I got pulled over in Birmingham one time. I don't know what's going on with Adham and this sugar. I'm gonna keep saying the sugar because I have no idea what's going on.
Remember you said you would put a line on the microphone.
That's powdered sugar, everybody.
That's not powdered sugar, buddy. That's the real deal.
That's
powdered
the
sugar.
microphone Braylon Edwards uses. He'll get arrested.
He has yours.
Yeah, that Ryan Armani and
Okay.
D-Mac.
Oh, yeah.
D-Mac's
Oh, that's
in
right.
That
That
seat.
is,
So
It's deep.
All right. Anyways,
Let's get to the draft.
it's draft day, buddy.
there's probably some tar on that and
What's up,
whatever
fellas?
D-Mac uses.
Listen,
Tobacco.
this is only 2 bricks. We got like 20 in the back ready for tonight.
You know what? After this segment goes, I'm gone. I mean, were you hanging out with Elon Musk when he said he was going to put the cocaine back in Coca-Cola?
Yeah, that was my idea. Anyways,
Now
Kory?
you know that for real. I think there used to be cocaine in Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
way back in the day.
Look, nothing but pure Colombian is allowed in this.
Hey, look, I know I came in here wearing a CB.
Said, hell yeah, draft the cocaine.
Hell yeah.
I know
Kory,
I
walk
came
me
in
through
here
tonight.
wearing the CB4 glasses, but damn, you ain't have to break out the bricks, man. This is just. All right, let's talk football.
Just wait until you see the show later.
Yeah, you're not ready. I got a whole Tony Montana suit ready. I've got the gold chain. I've got the hairy chest. I've got it all planned out. It's gonna be a show at 7:30. Anyways, back to the show. Sorry, we got a little off track. I wasn't expecting a Coke delivery during the show.
Is that why
Neither
you wore
was
white
I.
today? Is that why you wore white today?
that
nobody
was
can
not
see
on my
what-
bingo card.
I definitely was.
Here, Kory, it's for you. Take it home.
No, don't touch it.
You ever seen Looney Tunes? I will run right through that damn glass and leave a little bit of
Oh, man. All right, Kory.
Let's go.
Kory, last time you were on, you were leaning heavily towards Malik Willis. I kind of want to know, going on, yesterday Scott Bischoff broke that the Lions board looks like Trayvon Walker, Kayvon Thibodeaux, Derek Stingley, Aidan Hutchinson. Are you getting similar messages from Allen Park? And what do you believe the decision tonight, at least at number 2 overall, will be?
You know what? You asked me what I believe the decision will be, not what who I want. So that's a great question. So I'm gonna be honest. I flip-flopped a lot during this entire whole process because there's really not one guy that you have to get at number 2, but I believe if Aidan Hutchinson is there at number 2, I think the Lions are going to take him. The thing about it is, I don't think he's going to be there. I think that Jacksonville is going to take him first overall. The reason for that is because even though I do like Kayvon and I like Trayvon Walker better at edge rusher, with Aidan Hutchinson, you know what you're getting. You know his ceiling. You know his work ethic. So I believe that he's going to go number 1 overall because he's at least, that day, your draft, what you're going to get on day 1 when you put him in your lineup. So I think he's going to go number 1 just off of that. Number 2, this is going to be really not a football-related reason why, but I'm thinking Kayvon might end up being number 2 now. The reason for that is his interview yesterday with Josina Anderson, where that went viral, that really kind of brought things around for me, where earlier reports were from Albert Breer of SI was that Dan Campbell was not high on Kayvon Thibodeaux. Kayvon spoke yesterday, and he's like, I'm confused by these reports because my meeting went great. We were vibing. Terry will probably get this reference. He said him and Brad Holmes were talking like his uncle was at a cookout.
Yeah.
Now,
that's
a big thing.
That's really down home.
Yeah. So for those who don't know, having a conversation like an uncle at a cookout in the black community, that's a big thing.
Yeah.
That's a real big thing.
But Kory, feel me on this one. Here's why I think that report is bogus. Because the exact word or the wording was, I'm hearing that. Yeah. That's the key to me. I'm hearing. From who?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could care less about those initial reports. What I look at is, if I'm a GM, I'm not drafting scared. All right? And I don't think Brad Holmes is the kind of guy, again, to draft scared. And if the reports were true, which I believe they were last year, if Sewell hadn't fallen, they were going Micah Parsons.
Absolutely.
And that is not a consensus. Oh, wow, that would have caused, I would say, a little divide, but it would have been the right decision, and it would have been an aggressive decision. And I think they need to follow that up again with another one. And do I believe Brad Holmes is going to, be pressured into taking either A, a quarterback, or B, Aidan Hutchinson? No. And if it is Kayvon Thibodeaux, which Terry and I have been talking about for weeks now, yeah, that's a good move. And I think that's the best move. Now, do I think his floor is concerning compared to Aidan Hutchinson? Sure. Who cares? I'm trying to hit home runs here.
And also, too, with the guy with that athleticism and that mean streak, you're going to put him around coaches like Aaron Glenn, Aubrey Pleasant. It's that whole defensive staff. He was just talking about how when he was speaking to those guys in his meeting, it felt like he was talking to mentors. That doesn't sound like a guy that had a bad meeting with the Lions, if you ask me. Now, remember, I was on the Malik Willis trade. I'm not going to jump off of that. But I also said that if the Lions go edge, Kayvon
What if
has
I
to
told
be
you
the pick.
this? What if I told you this? If I drop Malik Willis into the previous 5-6 draft classes, he goes in the first round and maybe one of them. It's not a first. Let me paraphrase this. Excuse me. He is a first-round talent because he plays the quarterback position. He's not a number 2 overall pick. He's not polished. And you don't draft number 2 overall every year and take a quarterback on a project quarterback. The teams that get these project quarterbacks at 26, 32, they're good teams.
Yeah.
So they can take a project quarterback. The bad teams need help right away.
The Ravens can take a chance at Lamar Jackson at number 32.
And it doesn't hurt them. And now where the Lions are and where they need to go is, I need talent. And Brad Holmes tonight, I believe, is going to go for talented football players, impact football players, not, he does a good job, he can stop the run for me the first year. No. Swing for the fences. It's so simple.
I will say this, though, they go Kayvon, I'm not mad. What I will say this is that if they go Desmond Ridder at 32 if he's there, then I would be mad. Because
Really?
Yeah, because I believe that I don't think it would be a bad pick. But if you're going to go edge first, just go ahead and just go defense the whole first round. Go try to grab a Lewis Sign or a Jalen Petrie. You know, you got Deshaun Elliott on a 1-year deal. Just go ahead and grab another safety so you can go ahead, because you needed depth last year. That was a really big thing with the Lions. The guys were dropping like flies. So Jalen Petrie, I don't know if you guys see my video. He could have just been doing me lip service, but he already said that, if he came to the D, what he would bring. I think that's the guy you could get, but Desmond Ridder, you would have to sit him. You're talking about needing day one starters. You're talking about needing talent you can put out there.
I could understand why they would take a quarterback at 32. I don't have to agree with it.
Yeah.
My job isn't to agree with what they do at all. I could care less. But I'd understand it at least.
I understand it.
You know, but having said that, Kayvon Thibodeaux, I believe, is the pick at number 2 overall. I still believe Aidan Hutchinson. If I had to put my money on who works out 10 years from now, I'd put my money on Aidan. I just believe this is a guy that will be a contributing football player. Now, can he be a top 5 DN in the league? To be honest with you, Kory, I don't think I need that. I don't need the next Aaron Donald. You know what I need? I need a top 8 pass rusher. Because a top 8 pass rusher is more valuable than the best corner in the league, the best safety in the league. Give me a guy that can get to the quarterback and play on my defensive line. And you saw what the Lions looked like all those years ago. Remember Van Der Esch? Remember Cliff Averill? Ezekiel Ansah? It was nice to have a pass rush. Let's just bring it back. Be normal. Don't overthink this pick. Don't talk to me about Malik Willis. Don't talk to me about Kyle Hamilton. I will kill all of you, by the way, who are talking to me.
That's the same way I feel about Desmond Ridder.
Fine, but that's at 32. I could at least kind of have a conversation about it. At 2, it's done. It's Kayvon Thibodeaux. Move the hell on. I'm done entertaining stupid people.
Here's what I think. I think we as a public are getting duped by somebody about all this Thibodeaux talk.
That could have been the real smoke screen, right? If they didn't like him.
Can I answer a question in the chat, please?
Sure.
If Kayvon Thibodeaux is so good, why isn't Jacksonville taking him? All right, let me help you out here. Jacksonville are ran by Trent Baalke. He is the GM. Trent Baalke has to be one of the dumbest fish. Get ready for this. Trent Baalke has to be one of the dumbest motherfuckers to exist in the NFL right now. All right? This is a guy that got Jim Harbaugh to want to leave the NFL and couldn't get along with a guy that took him to 3 straight NFC title games. I am not interested in Trent Baalke. This guy's history is drafting the raw, talented, unproven prospect. Go fuck yourself, Trent Baalke. That's why Kayvon Thibodeaux is not going number 1 overall. Well, I promise you, if the Houston Texans, the New York Giants, the New York Jets are selecting number 1 overall, we are not having a conversation about Kayvon Thibodeaux falling to the Detroit Lions.
Or, I'm just saying right now that you just opened it up about Trent Baalke, that means, by what you just said, they're taking Trayvon Walker number 1.
That's what they're doing. 100%. Book it. And the owner reportedly wants Aidan Hutchinson. So have fun with that. Take it for what you will. All I'm saying is if the other 3 teams picking in the top 5, if any of them are picking at number 1 overall, we're all sitting here saying, oh, man, Aidan Hutchinson or that kid out of Georgia that's really unproven. Where's his production? That's the conversation this morning.
Now, what do you say about the people that are comparing Kayvon as saying that he's Jadeveon Clowney 2.0? What do you make of that?
It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life.
You think it's a lazy? Because I think it's a lazy comparison.
It's so lazy. Just... Everybody, the problem, Kory, is when you don't know enough about a player, everybody wants to compare a player to somebody else. It's the easiest thing to do. I think it's irrelevant. No, I don't think it's Jadeveon Clowney. And, excuse me, the interview with Josina Anderson and the day prior on the NFL Network, my takeaways were this is a very educated young man. There's nothing wrong with being educated and a good football player. Why is this a problem?
He got dogged because he was educated.
I don't get it. I actually find that attracting, to be honest with you. I find that very attracting. So, what do I know?
Yeah, but I mean, number 2, I think that Kayvon's. I think Aidan's going to. I still think Aidan's going number 1. But even if Trayvon goes number 1, I still think that Kayvon should be the pick. I mean, I don't think the Lions would pass on Aidan if he's there, but I think Kayvon should be the pick. The guy just has so much raw potential that I'm believing that Dan Campbell and that staff could pull something else out of him that we haven't already seen on his tape, because you saw what they did last year with a decimated defense, with guys just dropping like flies. Now you're going to be coming back with a healthy team. You're going to have, healthier talent, new toys to work with, top tier talent in the draft. I mean, you got 3 picks in the first 34. I'm just trusting the team. I'm just trusting Brad. I mean, you know what? I thought I had my backpack on me. There's this book in my backpack from this preacher. His name is Michael Todd. It's called Crazy Faith. And it says you have to believe it. You have to believe it, and you got to see it. That's the point. That's the point the Lions fans got to do right now. They got to believe in what Brad Holmes is going to do, regardless of what all we're saying up here. So,
all right. Well, we're going to take a quick break. Kory, if you want to stick around,
sure.
We're going to go over why it's not the end of the world, in my opinion, if the Detroit Lions miss at number 2 overall, given the history of the NFL. But before we do, I got to tell you all about Gypsy Vodka, Michigan's vodka. It's gluten-free, and it's locally owned and operated, which is so important up in Petoskey, Michigan. Support local businesses. Check them out at gypsyvodka.com or follow them on their social media at Gypsy Vodka. And as always, please do drink responsibly.
Life is full of hard choices. We're here to make one of life's biggest decisions as simple as possible. My name is Christina Gennari, and for over 20 years, I've helped hundreds of families buy and sell homes. We cover all of Metro Detroit and more, from large luxury homes to starter homes. We will work hard to make sure that you get the home of your dreams. So if you're in the market today or even thinking about buying or selling in the future, make the obvious choice. Christina Gennari, the obvious choice in real estate. Visit us at soldchristina.com today.
Make sure you're listening to Woodward Sports all day long. Start your morning with the Morning Woodward Show. Spend middays with Big D Energy. Watch and listen your drive home with the bottom line. And don't forget about Woodward Bets Daily. All live. All right here on the Woodward Sports Network.
Well, guys, I had ice on my car this morning, which means it's not warm outside, but you can warm up at Chili Peppers Tanning. That's where you find the cleanest salons in the D. They've got spotless sanitized rooms and trained certified tanning professionals. Make sure to join the Pepper Club for all the best deals on unlimited tanning. They'll even beat competitors by $5. Make sure you join Chili Peppers. That's where you find the hottest bulbs, the hottest deals, and the darkest tans.
Chili Peppers tan!
Shut up, fish. All right, Kory Woods joining us again this morning. Confident in the GM. How confident are you in Brad Holmes? That's the question I'll be asking both of you coming up shortly. But what I will say is, Terry, as a football man, you can get away with missing on picks. Now, is it ideal? No. Does it possibly slow down a rebuild? Sure. But if you got the guy in the building, Terry, that can make the decisions consistently in a positive way, and you're winning and you're making good decisions consistently, because you're going to miss, Terry. Everybody's going to miss. You can't hit a home run every single at-bat. I am not so worried about them missing, and that's why I'm so open to the idea of Kayvon Thibodeaux at number 2. Go for the home run swing. And you know what, Terry? If he doesn't work out, no problem. Now, is that ideal? No. And when I say no problem, I am still expecting, obviously, Brad Holmes to get a few, 2-3 starters out of this draft, even if he misses on Thibodeaux. That's the ideal scenario. But again, if you're confident in a GM, Terry, you can miss on him. Now, with the Raiders, I brought him up in 2019. They missed on Farrell at number 4 overall. You know who else were the 4 other players they got in that single draft? Jonathan Abrams, Josh Jacobs, Max Crosby, and Hunter Renfrow. You can miss if,
I don't think you can, because in this situation, we have confidence in Brad Holmes, but he's not established. So if he's going to miss on 2, I'm not confident he's going to hit in the 3rd round or the 4th round or the 5th round. So I think it's very important for him to hit on number 2 because of the state of the Lions and the fact that he's trying to establish himself not only as a competent GM. Remember, L.A., we're giving him credit for what happened in L.A. He wasn't the GM in L.A. Yes, he was a college scout, and yes, he made recommendations, but we don't know how many of his suggestions were taken, and others were like, okay, no, we good. We're not going to go there. So because this is his 2nd year as a GM, and he wants to establish trust, he's got to hit on number 2. Because if he doesn't hit on number 2, and you're going to tell me he's going to hit it in the 3rd round, I'm going to tell you, no, he's not. I'd be shaking then.
I definitely agree. He has to hit on number 2. Here's why. Because for this Lions rebuilding fans, you don't want to be picking in this position anytime soon again. So he's going to have to be able to pick a guy that's going to be an immediate or soon to be, or to be a big influence on this roster within the next 2 to 3 years, if not immediate. So he definitely has to hit on number 2. I mean, it's one of the most, it's kind of like we go through this each year. Each time the Lions picking the top 5 as the most important pick in the franchise's history. I won't say that, but
I'm not buying that though.
But I will say that this up to date, this is the most important pick for Brad Holmes with the Lions. I mean, I know it's only his 2nd year, but it's going to be his most important pick because this is going to be the foundation piece of this rebuild. I mean, you already went ahead and got your your offensive tackle last year. You got Penei Sewell. Now you got to go ahead, in my opinion, now it's kind of starting to lean towards more to getting the edge rusher. Now you got to go ahead and go get that anchor on your defense. You got to go get that voice. You got to go get that guy. So this is definitely an important pick. They can't afford to mess this up. And as Terry said, if he picks wrong at number 2, then how much faith do you have him in at 32 and 34? And honestly, I think
I can go back to last year. I have one draft class to work on, okay? I don't have hypotheticals. I have one draft class. He hit on number 7, questionable 2nd round, decent 3rd round, Amon-Ra St. Brown in the 4th round, and players that contributed to the football team to round out last year's draft. Now, Ali McNeil and Levi, were they ideal players? Home runs, maybe not, to be determined. They didn't hit year 1. They could hit year 3, year 4. Trey Hendrickson didn't pop till year 5. Like, patience a little bit too. And that's why I'm telling you, you can miss on number 2 and still be a playoff team in 2 years. Is it ideal? No. Do you have to put in a lot of extra work to try and get there? Yeah. Do you need to overcompensate with maybe better coaching and better scouting later on in the draft? Sure. Is that easy? No.
But you're assuming they're going to hit later. I wouldn't make that assumption.
One draft class, he's hit on a player later on. I have one draft class to work on with him. That's it. And if I had to bet my money that you're going to get a starting player in the 3rd round or later in this draft class, I'd put my money on it. That Brad Holmes would be able to find a player that's going to walk into the starting 11 on either side of the ball. I'd be very confident putting my money on that. You don't need to hit on number 2. You want to. It's ideal. It increases your chances of winning games this year, and it just projects and propels your timeline of success much further along. But it's not... The only way I could flip my lid, Terry, and this is the point I'm trying to make. The only way I'd flip my lid, like, you motherfucker, you actually missed that number 2. The only way I say or do that,
Kyle Hamilton,
is if it's Kyle Hamilton, Sauce Gardner, and they miss. You don't miss trying to be a smartass. Don't miss trying to be the smartest people in the room. Do me a favor. Get to the quarterback, protect the quarterback, get your quarterback weapons. It's that simple.
They need to improve their secondary, but with this draft right now, they can get guys in the later 1st round or the 2nd round to help improve that secondary. They don't need to go secondary with the 2nd overall.
What would you prefer? Them to miss on an edge rusher or a safety?
I prefer them to miss on the safety, but at that safety at number 32.
2. We're talking of the number 2 overall pick.
You gotta go ahead.
Safety too.
That's what I'm saying. That's the point I'm making.
The last time a safety was drafted in the top 5 was Sean Taylor, and I like Kyle Hamilton, but he's no Sean Taylor.
Right, and if you miss on your edge rusher, you're going to be Matt Patricia all over again. You're not going to put pressure on the quarterback, and that's going to be the case for years. When you miss on a quarterback, you set your franchise back 5 years. I don't know exactly how many years you're going to set your franchise back if you miss on the edge rusher, but it's pretty.
Hear me out. Since the year 2000, okay, since the year 2000, at the number 2 overall pick, there have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players taken on the defensive side of the ball. 2 of them linebackers. Really, 1 of them linebacker, LeVar Arrington in 2000. The rest pass rushers. I'm going to give you the list of players, and you tell me which of those players missed at number 2. You ready for this? LeVar Arrington, hit.
Yes.
In my opinion.
Hit.
Julius Peppers, obviously hit. Chris Long, good career, but wasn't maybe the Hall of Fame type edge rusher you wanted.
Positive career. Positive career.
It wasn't a bust.
He was not a bust. And Ndamukong Suh hit.
Hit.
Von Miller hit.
Hit.
Nick Bosa, Chase Young.
Hit.
Too early to tell long-term career, but so far very good.
So far, so good.
So maybe that's a good counterpoint to my argument in that you can't miss with the number 2 overall pick like Terry is saying. Fair. But the numbers don't lie. Since the year 2000, there's not been a single team that's drafted a defensive player number 2 overall that has walked away unhappy with their player. And I think if the Lions take Kayvon Thibodeaux tonight, number 2 overall, they're going to be very happy.
I believe so, too. I mean, he's just going to bring something to that locker room that's a little bit different. He's going to bring a different type of edge. I mean, they got a bunch of good guys in there right now. I'm not saying that Kayvon isn't a good guy, but he got a little bit of swagger to him.
I think it's bull swagger.
What does that mean?
I just think they're using that swagger against this guy.
I like it.
Now, here's what I believe. When he's in that locker room or the meeting room and Brad Holmes is screaming and coaching and stuff, I think Thibodeau's going to be like this, Zach. Okay, yeah, all right, I'm ready. All right, we're going to do this. I don't think he's going to be in the back of the room like, this crazy dude, man. I'm not with him. I think he will be engaged. He's going to be engaged.
People who are using that against him just don't really are choosing not to understand who he is. They're just picking his personality apart because he's too full of himself or he has a really outgoing personality, and I don't think people like that. I guess they would rather him be meek. I don't know.
So let me say this, all right? With the development of this conversation, I'm going to walk away saying this to you guys. It is imperative that the Detroit Lions do not miss on this pick. I am gonna agree.
All right, good.
I'm gonna change my answer here. I'll tell you guys. Obviously, since the year 2000, there have been 7 players selected on the defensive side at number 2. None of them missed. Don't be the first team to miss on an edge player. Don't be the first team to miss on a outside linebacker. Now, if you take a safety or a corner, I'd kill myself. But if it's a pass rusher, you gotta hit. And you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna change. I'm gonna change up my attitude. I think I'm 100% with you guys. Data supports it. Reasoning supports it. I have no reason not to say, you know what? Last year was fortune of luck. This year you got to be smart and get it right.
Yeah,
fair.
That's fair. I mean, they nailed this pick. Because I think they're going to nail 32 and 34. I just have a gut feeling. But if they nail 32, and 34, now your rebuild is really cooking.
And even idiots like me will say, you know what? Yeah, this is a real franchise. I sort of believe in them now, but I'm all engrossed. If they hit those first 3 picks, I'm like, damn, here we go.
Because everything else is going to be house money.
Right. It's a new franchise here.
All right. Well, top of the hour coming up. I'm going to tell you why the Detroit Lions need to draft the cocaine. What does exactly
Corey,
does that mean?
Don't shake this man's hand.
Corey, I'm putting this in. Here, Maddie, can you throw this in his backpack? Just hide it. We got to go to break. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
But before we
go, Maddie, could you tell everybody at home about the sports marketing agency?
Yes, I can. Yes, I can. The sports marketing agency helps spread awareness about mental health and substance abuse. Their new podcast, This is the F Word, helps spread awareness on fentanyl and other addictions. Go to thesportsma.com if you're struggling or know someone
Stay
who
away
is,
from me.
and let them know that
I'm
Woodward
serious.
Sports
I have
sent
to
you.
kill you.
Hi, my diamonds. It's Crystal with an X. You want to get hot and perfect like me? Here's my super easy routine. Drink at least a gallon of water before you wake up. Attach a weight to everything in your house. Hello? Sell your car and just sprint everywhere. Scream when you exhale.
Don't follow Crystal with an X. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness with tons of equipment and free fitness training in our clean and spacious clubs. Join now for just $10 a month and cancel anytime.
3 NBA championships. Detroit fans were there. 11 Stanley Cups. Detroit fans were there. 4 World Series wins. Detroit fans were there. And that one Lions playoff win in 1991. Yeah, Detroit fans were there. Woodward Sports, where the fans are.
It is draft day, and that means we're talking about football. But you know what you could do this weekend?
Throwing
Go
bricks
bowling.
at the Folding Warehouse, baby.
The Bowling Warehouse in Hamtramck is home of the original football bowling pin game called Bowling. There's 2 ways to play. They've got $10 unlimited open play, or you can reserve a private lane for $120. Don't forget, they have a $2 mystery beer machine, as well as multiple full bars. Go check them out at thefoldingwarehouse.com.
All right, top of the hour, Terry.
First of all, I want to explain to you why me and Kory are afraid of you right now. Because y'all can just willy-nilly cocaine. We're white people who love cocaine, and you having a good ass time. But
get that knife away from me.
If me and Kory have one speck of this crap on us, they're gonna come after us.
Fish, could you do me a favor? Deliver that brick to Kory and let him talk on the show. I'm joking. Fish, huh? Fish, that's for you and your family. I hope you guys have a good time with it.
Well, I'll give it back to you
Courtesy
today.
of me. You don't even need to pay me for it.
Well, I'll give it back to you. I'm not going to use it.
Yeah, you are.
Well, I'm not. I'll hold on to it.
I like that.
You know
for
what?
Fish and his family.
I'm gonna go here.
Certainly
real
won't
quick.
use it.
I'm gonna go here real quick.
You need to get out of here.
Bob's adjusting though. It's
See,
nice.
And Terry knows this phrase. See, you see what Fish can just do right now, all willy nilly. He
Kill
has the
someone?
complexion for protection.
Right.
I can't do that.
Now, if I'm playing with that stuff, man, there's gonna be sirens and stuff in like 5 minutes. Like,
oh God! All right, guys, let me break this down for you. Why, Fish? Hold up that brick real quick.
Okay.
Let me explain to you why we have bricks this morning here on the show.
Draft the cocaine.
Draft the cocaine has been a motto now for almost a month and a half. It is very important that the Lions draft the cocaine tonight. And what exactly does that mean, Adam? What it means is you don't draft a player like Kyle Hamilton at number 2 overall. Hell, even if I could understand why you would take a quarterback, you don't draft Malik Willis at number 2 overall. Why? You still have Jared Goff. Do I think he's a good quarterback? No. Do I think he's average? Yes. Can you win with average in this league? Yes. Can you win Super Bowls? There's outliers. Nick Foles, Joe Flacco. It happens. Brad Johnson. But you don't have that structure set up here in Detroit. You don't have that talent yet. And until Dan Campbell proves he is a top 10 coach in the league, you're not going to be able to get away with that long term. Having said that, today the cocaine, when the NFL draft starts at 8 p.m. sharp, the cocaine I want you to be looking for is a pass rusher, and that is it, with the number 2 overall pick. At 32, see, we get different varieties of cocaine. See, at number 2 overall, what Fish has in his hand is some high-graded shit. Fish, could you show the audience, please? Could you show the audience, please, Fish? Not the middle finger. Put the finger down, buddy. All right. What Fish has in his hand is some high-graded stuff.
That's as far up as fish can go, man. You're a
that
little
is
fella.
the biggest brick we have available to us today. That's good. We have bigger ones? Holy hell. Good job, Justin. Anyways, the point is, number 32 overall, you get smaller sizes, different packaging, different labels.
Aren't they the same
It all
size?
comes in different sizes. At 32, it could be a wide receiver. Corey, shut the hell up. Corey, shut the hell up. Corey, shut the hell up. 32, you can go wide receiver, safety. You can go another edge rusher. Hell, you could go quarterback. I'd be okay with it. But at number 32, the cocaine you're going to walk away with is going to come in a nice little package. It's going to be wrapped up just for you. And you're going to feel good about it because there's no stress. Fish, please put the brick up one more time.
All right, cool.
The brick Fish has in his hand is what you need to focus on right now, which
Okay.
is making sure you nail the number 2 overall pick tonight at around, I'd say, 8:13 p.m.
I swear to
think
God,
like
if I get pulled
8:20.
over when I get out of here, I'm driving my truck right through the front door.
Hey, just don't run.
Yo, Corey.
Don't run.
Hear me out.
I am not becoming a hashtag. I'm all right.
No, you don't need to be Baker Mayfield. Anyways,
Yikes.
Corey, hear me out. They wouldn't let me inside for the draft party, all right?
Oh,
Fine,
going
whatever.
back to this?
Like,
Oh.
well, I'll play ball. I'll be nice. Sneak one of these in. I dare you. Hear me out. I'll send a videographer with you. It'll be great content.
Oh, that could be me.
And you, when the Lions announce their first pick, you just hold this up with freaking pride. Now, I'm not saying you're going to live. Look, hear me out.
I'm not saying
I'm not saying you're going to walk out of there alive.
Hey, give me the camera. Here's what's going to happen when I do that.
Can we send you with Abe?
No, here's what's going to happen.
I'll send you with a police
I take that out
escort.
of my bag, I get kicked out, and then Chad's flying here on a PJ first thing in the morning and putting the foot on my
No. Chad won't have the chance to put his foot up your ass because you'll be dead.
Oh, yeah, I'm in Allen Park? Yeah.
Look, I'm just saying. Terry, what do you think I should do tonight?
You're trying to set me up for failure.
No, I'm not. I'm trying to set you up for success, man. This would be the greatest video in internet history.
No.
Hear me out.
If y'all just want to let me out the contract, damn, don't fire the
All
fire.
right, you know what? I got this. I'm going to handle
You're
this
arrested.
myself. I'm going to try to sneak in tonight before we head down to the brass rail.
What do you mean before?
What time do they start admitting people
I'm
down
not
at Allen
telling you.
Park? I want to know. 5:30, 6 o'clock? I'm going to be down there. I'm going to put on
I'll
fake
sneak in. They
credentials.
wouldn't
I'm
know
taking
me.
your credentials. I'm going to white face you. Hell, I'm black facing tonight. That's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to show up. I'm going to show up as Corey. I'm going to show up as Corey.
Cut the tape.
And I'm going to bring my stack of bricks.
It's not a good idea for white people to do blackface. It's just a bad idea.
I would tell you right now, that would be the end of us if that happened.
We'd have to quit out of principle.
Yeah, I would have to quit out of
They'd be
principle.
like, man, we thought T was down for the cause. He over here, Tom and next to this dude in blackface. I gotta leave.
I gotta leave. I would literally have to
We
leave.
both gotta leave.
Look, I'm the...
Braylon too.
Brandon,
Corey,
he gone.
Corey,
Easy.
I'm always looking out for Corey's best interests, all right? And I think tonight you can make a statement, man.
I could make a statement.
I think
all right.
you know what? I'm going to sign one of these to Brad Holmes and Sheila Ham. All right? I'm going to send 2 of them with you and tell them this is a gift from the not Woodward Sports Network, maybe,
right.
just from Adam.
Yeah, and
You can just send
congratulations on the great draft.
Congratulations on a great first round. We wish you nothing but success in the future. Fair?
Heck yeah.
I think that is a very nice package.
I should go down there. I'd do it.
Keep your my name out of your mouth. Your MF mouth.
The previous comments that have came out of Adam Baydoun's mouth do not represent Kory Evan Woods or his views as a Detroit
Corey,
Lions
you know what
beat
you're gonna have to
reporter.
do? If he gives you one of the things, you're gonna have to watch the Richard Pryor
He's giving him one.
video where he's like, I am reaching into my pocket for my wallet. And here it is, Mr. Officer.
Oh,
I am
God.
not making any threatening moves toward you or your partner.
You know that ain't gonna mean nothing.
I think if
You
anybody
could.
could sneak in, it'd be Fish.
No, I think I could sneak in. I'll dress up as Crackman.
But everyone, ooh.
That way they would think I'm just some Lions fan. Seriously.
Oh, you got to gain 200 pounds
That could work.
That's a
though.
good
to be
point.
crack man.
Yeah, you'd have to gain. You have to wear boots and helmets, and you have to be
I could
all
stuff a
happy
pillow
about
in my
the
stomach, right?
Yeah, but you have to be all Lions. You're normally like kind of
We
negative.
gotta find a way to get into this draft party tonight.
Oh God.
I'm telling you, Corey, you gotta come on, man, help out.
I'll get a police escort. It's not
How about they're not going to kick you out? Be like, this is a gift for Sheila and Brad. Hey, congratulations on a successful night.
A photo op.
Just like reach out and be like, congratulations.
Once they realize what it is.
Kory's face is not having it this morning.
I'm good. I swear, if I get a nice little text from them after this show, I'm going
killing
to
people. Right?
Look at my email. I'll handle it.
I was gonna make a threat, but you guys already pulled out bricks on so whatever.
Look, what are they gonna tell you, Kory? We're offended that Adam wanted to send us a gift.
Yeah, they're gonna say you're not covering the Lions again.
Come on.
That would break his soul.
No,
you want
it wouldn't.
to break his soul?
They're being dramatic. That's a bit dramatic in my opinion. Anyways, back to the conversation. Sorry, guys. A little off the rails this morning.
Little?
A lot. The point of this entire conversation, why there's bricks in my hand and Fish's hand, and why you see a ton of bricks lined up tonight at the draft show, is because today the Detroit Lions are going to have to make important decisions that propel them into a future of success. Now, my definition of success, I would like Terry and Kory's opinion on this, is over a 10-year decade, right? Or excuse me, a 10-year period. I wanted to say a decade. I don't know why. Anyways, my words are all over the place this morning. Excuse me. Over a 10-year period.
I can understand why.
Yeah, I think I gummed too much of it. Anyways.
Okay, George Young.
Over a 10-year period, the Lions are able to win the division 3-4 times. Win the 3-4 playoff games. Get to a NFC title game. Hell, they don't even get to one, let's say. In a 10-year span, would you look at them and say, same old Lions? And they won 3-4 divisions in a 10-year span? Yes or no?
Do they win any playoff games?
They win 2, 3, 4 playoff games,
no, I would
but
not
they never
say,
get to a title game.
I would not say same old Lions.
Kory? Thank you. That should be the standard and expectation moving forward for every Detroit Lions fan.
I haven't seen a play. I mean, granted, they won in '93, right?
91.
91?
Oh,
91.
You're talking about the division or a
Division
playoff
93.
game?
Or a playoff game?
No,
playoff
Division
game was
94.
91. Okay, so I was, 5 years old? I don't really count that as really remembering it. So in my, so let's say over the past 30 years, I haven't seen a Lions playoff win.
No, you have not.
Yeah, but okay, no. We're not doing that, though. I don't want to hear about Lion standards. I want to talk about a franchise moving forward.
But what I'm just saying is, you can't. So for me, if I have not seen a playoff win in 30 years, and they win 4 or 5 of them over the next decade, you can't tell me that's same old Lions. You can't.
Well, that's my point. And what I want to do, I want to remove that stigma. And the only way they're going to be able to do, obviously, is to do what we just said, and that's not easy. But if Dan Campbell is the head coach you want him to be, and if Brad Holmes is as good as we all believe him to be, this should be the expectation for the next 10 years. I can keep the GM for 10 years and cycle through 2-3 coaches until I get it right. Or I can just have the same GM and same head coach. And that means things are working out. Fair?
No, that is fair. Now,
that's fair.
With that said, if the Lions, let's say they win a playoff game in 2027, and then they need one more victory to go to the NFC Championship game, and they're up 14 with like 3 minutes left and lose the game, you will hear
same old Lions. Yeah, because that's not same old Lions, because the Lions have never blown a 14-point lead in a divisional playoff game.
No, but if it happens, you will hear that.
Yeah, but people are stupid, Terry. I can't.
That would be incredibly lazy to do that.
I think it would be lazy, and I think it would be.
The point is, the Lions have a history of pissing away victories, and so
snatching
this
defeat
would
from
be
the jaws of victory.
Right. So this would be same old Lions because they've done this before. They've like, oh, they got this wrapped up. Oh, no, they don't. Boom.
Look, at the end of the day, where my head's at is drafting the cocaine tonight allows you to propel your rebuild process at a much higher rate. You're going to build and give Aaron Glenn the talent he needs on the defensive side of the ball to produce similar results that you saw throughout the season in sporadic periods, but it was pretty consistent. I'd say 7-8 games, you saw a pretty damn good defense. And all I need to provide Jared Goff with this year is a healthy offense. Yup, you got DJ Chark. Hopefully, look, I'm not expecting 1,400 yards from the kid. I just need him to produce a little bit. And a little bit from here. And St. Brown and Hawkinson. Hutchinson has to have a big year. And then the running back committee, be healthy. And if that's the case, you can't convince me this isn't a 6-9 win football team. And if they aren't, I'd be looking at Dan Campbell if I were all of you. I'd be like, dude, what?
They went 3-13-1 with a very decimated roster, picking up guys basically off the streets.
And the fourth hardest schedule in the NFL.
I mean, you got to think about this. By week 3, Jared Goff did not have his number 1, 2, and 3 targets that he went into training camp with. Bashard Perryman didn't make the 55-man roster. Tyrell Williams went out in the first game. Quintez Cephas broke his collarbone in week 2. So off rip, he was dealing with a flawed, jacked up hand most of the season. So if you bring him back with those guys that you just named, and they're just stay remotely healthy, the Lions should win 6 games at bare minimum. If the Lions do not have at least 6 wins with this roster and is healthy based off what they dealt with last year, decimated, you got to really question what's going on.
Brad Holmes has 3 things he needs to answer in the next 3 years. Did you get the head coach right? Not that he hired Dan Campbell.
No, he didn't. Yeah, he didn't hire him.
But what I mean by that is, man, not only can you get the head coach right, and if Campbell works out, great, makes the process a lot easier. But as a GM, you get fired, A, if you don't know how to scout and draft talent, B, if you don't know how to manage the salary cap and pick up free agents and trades, right? And, of course, number 3, you need to be able to get the head coach right. Spielman, very good, respected GM in Minnesota all those years. What couldn't he get right? Quarterback, head coach. Everything else he got right. Couldn't get the head coach and head coach and quarterback right. Out of a job. Sorry, tough luck. Brad Holmes will have to answer that in the next 3 to 5 years. And I think that will determine his future here in Detroit. But we got to take a quick break. When we get back, Terry, this is an interesting conversation. Really world news. Super interested to get your take. I don't think we're going to agree here. But regardless of the point, I got to tell you what we can all agree on, which is my hair looks pretty... my hair looks pretty goddamn good this morning. All right, I'm feeling myself. I got the beard lined up yesterday. I got the haircut. She's got video of me getting my haircut yesterday. I was treated like a goddamn king yesterday. And it was at Lady Jane's Haircuts.
Well, you should have.
Open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime, and they will treat you like a king, like they do with me. Precision haircuts, 7 days a week. The best stylists. Guys, look, they take care of you. They take care of me. You don't have a beard. You don't wake up looking like this. Because I naturally look like this. I understand I'm an ugly guy, all right? But I look a little bit more attractive.
So is the beard hiding the ugliness?
Yes, the beard and the hair. So Lady Jane, shout out to Lady Jane's. They make me look good. They make me feel good, too. Lady Jane's, check them out. It's wicked awesome.
He's going deep, right side. Oh, that is Edwards out there. He goes up in the air at the goal line.
Hey, it's Brandon Edwards here, wanting to welcome the sports marketing agency to Woodward Sports Network, to the family. Glad to have you guys. For the last decade, the sports marketing agency has literally leveraged athletes around issues such as mental health and substance abuse.
Glad that we can finally start trying to get the stigma off of mental health that's been there for all these years.
You don't have to go to the beach, man. You don't have to get your butt crack full of sand. You just need a little chili peppers, man, to get that glowing beach chili peppers tan. Woo!
With 26 locations in the Metro Detroit area and more coming, Chili Peppers Tanning is where you'll find the cleanest salons in the D. Join the Pepper Club for the best deals on unlimited tanning. Head to chilipepperstanning.com.
You just need a little chili peppers, man.
We are the network for Detroit by Detroiters. Welcome to the Woodward Sports Network.
Tonight, I am probably going to jail. As you can see, I'm holding bricks of what you think is cocaine and what I know is cocaine. Now, you don't believe me. That's fine. I don't need you to believe me. But the point is, at 7:30, I'm going to be stuffing my nose inside of all these bricks at our draft party tonight. Join myself, Neil Rule, Scott Bischoff. We break down the first 6 selections in the NFL draft tonight. And, of course, the entire Woodward Sports family. We're covering the entire first round. The event tonight is brought to you by Gypsy Vodka, Cintron, and Planet Fitness. And as always, guys, remember, draft the cocaine. It's getting done tonight. Kory and Terry, I got a question for all of you. Kory, Terry, you put me on the spot yesterday.
I did. That's
you told
my
me,
job.
Adam, if you're the GM, Kayvon Thibodeaux or Aidan Hutchinson. All right? Now, Kory, I'll let you start. On the hot seat, you got to make the pick at number 2 overall. Let's say Trayvon Walker goes number 1 overall. Okay? Hell, I'll make it even more interesting. Evan Neal goes number 1 overall. So now you have all the top edge rushers available to you. Who are you taking?
Kayvon Thibodeaux.
Why?
You already said, we already know what Aidan Hutchinson, you know his ceiling. You know what you're going to get. And it's not bad. But when I look at Kayvon Thibodeaux's tape, I see a hell of an athlete that could turn into somebody very special. The Detroit Lions need to make a bold pick with this number 2 pick. Somebody that they believe can come in there, invigorate that locker room, energize that defense, be a playmaker, and do some things that you probably have not seen out of the edge rusher position in Detroit. I believe that Kayvon Thibodeaux will eventually become that guy. With that defensive scheme and with that coaching, I believe that they'll coach him up, pull everything they can out of him, and he'll be an impact player for years to come.
Yeah, I just don't see him coming in like, I don't like it here. I don't like these coaches. You know, that I'm above this. I don't think that's going to happen. But here's the key question. Are those guys, who's going to be wearing the gold jacket in 15 to 20 years?
I think it all depends on the scheme and where they get drafted. Because, I mean,
if they're drafted by the Lions.
If they're drafted by the Lions, see, we haven't seen enough out of this regime yet to say, like, okay, you know what, you put Thibodeaux here, he's going to be a Hall of Fame. Like, let's say Pittsburgh had a bad year and they were picking number 2 and they had to draft like one of these edge rushers. You can say, hey, this guy going to the Steelers with that franchise and with that coaching staff, Thibodeaux.
The Lions have selected at number 2 3 times.
Jacket.
The Lions have selected at number 2 3 times. Charles Rogers, Calvin, and Ndamukong Suh.
Two of those guys,
gold jackets.
One of those guys has a gold jacket.
The other
guy's going to get one.
Yeah, Suh will be in the Hall of Fame. That is a fact.
Charles
maybe
Rogers
not first
will
ballot,
not.
maybe not second. He'll get in eventually. Suh will get in. 2 gold jacket players. They get the third one, I believe. No matter who it is, whether it's Aidan, Thibodeaux, it doesn't matter to me.
And the other thing is lack of preparation and homework. If the Lions had done their homework, they never would have taken Charles Rogers. One, there was the question of could Charles stay away from his boys in Saginaw as a member of the Detroit Lions? And the answer to that was no. The other thing is the Lions could have – what was Charles Rogers doing every Thursday night? Smoking weed and sometimes doing coke. So if you knew that, you wouldn't have taken him. Why did he do on Thursday night? Because then he had Friday to chill out. He can get himself back together and play on Saturday. But that's what he did on Thursdays. Maybe late afternoon. That was his routine. Lions should have known that.
And I want to go back on the number 2 thing because I forgot to bring this up earlier. That's my fault. You know how we talked about Kayvon Thibodeaux's interview with Josina Anderson, and he looked like a guy that would be excited to come to Detroit.
Right.
Aidan Hutchinson had an interview yesterday as well that was on NFL Network, and I know people like to say media reads too much into stuff, but I'm a big observer of body language and your tone of pitch of how you say something and how you answer a question. Aidan Hutchinson did not sound like a guy that was too thrilled about even talking about the trade. You want to take that number 2 overall, and the guy doesn't sound that enthused? Again, that's just me. That's just me. I could be reading too much into it, but
here's the thing, Kory. Are we going to hear about that from all the talking heads? No. There's something about Kayvon Thibodeaux that there are people who want him to drop. I don't know if this is coming to the Jets or the Giants or somebody, but somebody wants Thibodeaux to drop. That's why all this crap is coming out. when I see this guy, I don't see red flags like, ooh, there's something wrong with him. But there are reports that are coming out, and when you read the reports, you got to learn how to read reports. And reports are saying, well, we're hearing this from who? It's not even anonymous GMs or anonymous coaches or anonymous NFL people. We're hearing that he is a bad guy. Where are you hearing it from? From your butcher?
I'll put it this way.
At the gym?
I'm going to rephrase this one more time, and I hope the message comes across very clearly. If Aidan Hutchinson, or excuse me, let's backtrack a little bit. If the New York Jets, Houston Texans, the New York Giants, hell, who's picking at 6? Carolina. So let's take out Carolina from the conversation. If the two New York teams in Houston swapped with the the Jacksonville Jaguars, are we sitting up here talking about Aidan Hutchinson or Kayvon Thibodeaux? I don't believe so. I think all three of those teams take Kayvon Thibodeaux number 1 overall. Maybe Houston passes and goes for a tackle. Maybe. But neither New York team are passing on Kayvon Thibodeaux.
Absolutely not.
They take him number 1 overall. And these reports, like Terry says, a bunch of BS. Look, at the end of the day, teams want him for a reason. And they'd want him to drop. Hell, if I was a GM and there was a player that was projected to go number 2, number 3 overall, and I'm sitting there at 4, I'm putting out reports that he's a drug dealer, that his mother's a whore, that he ran train on other dudes in college. I'm putting out everything. I'm not joking. You guys are laughing.
You might get away with it.
I'm being dead ass serious.
But they do that.
And I would say, you know what? This guy has character issues. He's defaulted. He's gone bankrupt. I would put out all the worst information on this dude to make sure that he was falling to me at number 4 overall.
You
can't tell me all these GMs aren't doing the same thing.
Absolutely, they are.
Look what Philly did. Philly, Minnesota were about to pull the trigger before the Philadelphia Eagles. Who they drafted? Jalen Reagor, right? The Vikings were concerned that the Eagles were going to draft Justin Jefferson, and they were trying to trade up and trade with the Eagles. And the smokescreen the whole time was, yeah, we're looking to protect our quarterback. If you guys go watch Spielman's reaction to the Eagles taking, Reagor, whatever the hell his name is. Long story short, they passed on Justin Jefferson, and it was a goddamn celebration in the war room for the Minnesota Vikings. You remember Brad Holmes getting excited about Penei Sewell? Very similar reaction for Spielman. They're dying laughing. These GMs know what they're doing. John Dorsey messes with GMs all the time when they're on the clock.
Hilarious.
He'll call them right when they're on and be like, dude, I'm working. Leave me alone. Just hang up on them. It's the funniest thing ever. Like, you got to have some gamesmanship. And again, maybe it's not nice. Maybe it's not professional or appropriate. But if there's a player I believe can slide to me at 4 or 5, his mother's a whore, he's a dope fiend, he's done crystal meth on the side of the road on Woodward, and he ran train on a bunch of dudes. That's his honest to God truth.
Not to sound like a broken record, but we literally the best and most recent example again is last year. Micah Parsons. This guy was projected to go to the Lions. They remember all those reports that came out, and then just little by little, not saying that that's the reason the Lions passed on him, but little by little his stock started dropping.
Cujo Bob says that we're praising Kayvon way too much, and that all of his pressures came from 3 games. Okay, 30% of Aidan Hutchinson's pressures came from the Ohio State game. 30%. Do we want to talk about the pressures early on in the season when they were blowing teams out? And yes, he was sat for the second half, but still, those pressures count. How are the pressures against Georgia? I know it's a different team. They game plan for them, whatever. I'm just asking. You can't boil down things to 3 games, 1 game sample sizes, and not hear the opposite side of it. Aidan Hutchinson's pressures, 30% of them came from the Ohio State game. Don't. I can pull that card on every single player in the NFL draft. I can find something wrong with every player in the NFL draft.
Oh, yeah. Nobody's perfect.
Stop it.
But, in this community, Chase, people didn't think he was going to be a good player based on the fact that he didn't produce against Michigan because they double teamed him and they schemed against him. Well, he's having a good career.
I'd say so.
Right. So you got to be careful about one game or one moment, or the one game you saw. It doesn't mean
thank you.
The guy is not good.
And again, for all you dumb mother fish, I'm not going to swear.
Mother
for all
fishers.
you know who you are. For all of you that want to compare some of these edge rushers to Joey Bosa, stop it. He's one of the most dominant college edge rushers ever. Nick Bosa comparison? Okay. Like, whatever. On and off production, one good year. Aidan Hutchinson, one really good year. Similar. Okay, I can entertain it. But we got to stop this comparison thing to some of the high-end quality edge rushers that have come out. Like, come on. This is a bit ridiculous. But, again, we need to go into tonight, one, being able to learn from our mistakes. Drafting the cocaine. And if the Lions can do those two things, they're going to be a very successful franchise moving forward. But you know who else is pretty successful? Our good friends over at Syntron. Maddie, could you do us a big favor and tell everybody at home about Syntron?
Yes, I can. You guys already know it's the summer of Syntron, and you can now find it at select Kroger. So head over to your local Kroger. They've got a deal going on right now as well. 2 for just $4. That's an absolute steal. Syntron is a new energy drink for the active lifestyle. Drink it, live it with Syntron.
Hi, I'm Kay Cunningham. I'm proud to partner with Hall Financial, the mortgage company known for 5-star service. Don't just take my word for it. Check out their 5,000 5-star reviews for yourself. Go to callhallfirst.com and get started with your 5-star experience today.
32 teams, 7 rounds, 224 young men who today are about to become players in the National Football League. A day where lives are changed, fates are decided, dynasties are born, and the clock is always ticking.
Draft day in Detroit. A time of hope, a time of wonder, and a time for Detroit Lions fans to act like it's the friggin' Super Bowl. Join Woodward Sports and hundreds of other diehard Lions fans for our NFL draft party and live stream from the Brass Rail Detroit. All your favorite and not so favorite Woodward Sports people will be there. Adham, Terry, Neil, D-Mac, Braylon, Ryan, the heavyweights, NFL scout Scott Bischoff, Maz, Stick, Jeff Maddie, Joey, and more. Come join us at the Brass Rail Thursday, April 28th from 7 p.m. until pick number 32. See you downtown for Draft Day with Woodward Sports. Brought to you by Syntron, Gypsy Vodka, and Planet Fitness.
Well, guys, it's 9:33 in the morning, but I already can taste some wings from Wing Snob. They've got fresh, juicy, hormone-free chicken and the best traditional wings out there. Try out their signature sauces, Jamaican jerk or lemon pepper. Their wings are tossed to perfection in any sauce that you may choose. When the wings are this good, you're allowed to be a snob. Order online now at wingsnob.com. Wing Snob, we just have better wings.
All right, listen, all you Kyle Hamilton motherfuckers. All right, now's the time to call in, by the way. Don't bitch out. Don't be a punk bitch. Don't get scared. Now's the time to call in. And for all you other normal people.
I thought you scared all those people away.
Good. You know what? Because they're a bunch of bitches, Terry, and I don't have time for bitches. Anyways.
Good time for me, though.
Different scenario. Anyways. Anybody
Hey,
that
we do
wants to
have
call
someone-
in, feel free. The number's in the chat. Maddie and Darren already put it in there. 313-552-6322. Get on the phones. Tell us, tell Terry, myself, Kory, who you want the Detroit Lions to take. Tell us why. You better bring the heat. And make it quick, damn it. Don't sit there and give me a 2-minute rant on nothing. I want some quality, goddamn answers. Fish, who do we got on the line right now?
We have Steve on the line. Is ready
Steven?
to talk some draft. Yes, Steven, ready to talk
All right,
some draft.
Steven, I believe it's Steven Westbrook in the chat. Tell me if I'm saying it wrong. Good morning. How are you, man?
Yo, what's going on, Adam?
How are you, bro? Good, good.
Man, I'm doing good, man. Just wanted to chime in on the Aidan Hutchinson stuff. Want to when you look back at Detroit athletes being drafted here, and you look at Isaiah Thomas, and he wanted to go to the Bulls, man, or he didn't want to come to Detroit, and he botched every interview. And Jack McCloskey said, "Look, man, I don't care what you say. We're taking you in the draft." I think he went 2 or 3. It doesn't matter what Aidan Hutchinson says, man. I want Aidan Hutchinson. If he's there, we're drafting him. I'm taking him. You know, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what he says about the city.
Yeah, look, I mean, he's right now on most people's boards. He is the number 1 player, if not the number 2 player. You're not going to go wrong, in my opinion, taking him or Kayvon Thibodeaux. What I will say, Steven, is I like your mindset because you're not scared to take a player no matter what the indications are, what he may be leaning towards. And I think it's very important that you, again, not only swing for the fences, Terry, but you're not drafting scared. Does that make sense?
Total sense. And, you know, what do the Lions do? In the past, they drafted scared.
Yep.
You know, character. I understand character matters something, but it can't be the one and only thing all the time. You got to have some jerks in that locker room sometimes, and if you want to be successful.
Yeah, I'm with you. All right, Fish, do we have another caller? Thanks. By the way, thank you, Steven, for the call. You're the man. Fish, who else do we have on the line?
Yeah, we have someone from Lansing, Michigan wants to talk NFL
Someone
draft.
from Lansing, Michigan. All right, Mr. from Lansing, Michigan, could you tell me your name and what do you got?
My name's Lance Dorman. I'm in the morning chat every day with you guys, and I have a blast with it every day.
Awesome, man. Thank you so much. We appreciate that.
I'm got to get me one of them Draft the Cocaine T-shirts too. Them are pretty sweet.
You got it, man. Just DM me on Twitter. I'll take care of it.
All right. I'll make it short and sweet for you. I got Kayvon. Hello?
Yep, we're here.
Okay. I heard Fish interrupt, so. But I got Kayvon first. Yep.
Okay, Kayvon first.
Hello?
Yep, we're here.
Yep.
Fish, shut the hell up.
And then
he's not talking.
All right, you got Kayvon first. Continue.
Yep, at 32, I'd take Lewis Sign. If he's already taken, then I would take Nakobe Dean. And then on the 34th, if I got Sign, I would take Dean. But if I already got Dean, couldn't get Sign, then I would take Ritter because we need a team that's going to take off kneecaps. And Ritter's cocky, Kayvon's cocky, and that's what we need.
Ooh,
who is he?
I love this guy.
This is the smartest fan I've heard.
My man, that's
Nothing
a
wrong
great
with cocky.
call. Great call. Look, you know what? Even Ritter at 34, Maddie's texting me. I'm scared.
Ritter at 34,
I'm
I would
canceled.
not be mad at.
Wow.
I wouldn't be mad at 34.
This is my last show, guys. All right, cool. We can go out with a bang. Anyways. Anyways, back to the point. That was a really good call, by the way. I love the idea. Look, do I think Nakobe Dean falls? I really don't. If I'm the Eagles, one of those picks has to be Nakobe Dean, in my opinion. I don't see him getting past 20, 22, 24.
Nakobe Dean falls to the Lions. That's
a damn good pick. I take him at 32, and I don't hesitate. And then I take Jaquan Brisker at 34. I don't think I go quarterback. That'd be the only thing I disagree with the caller on. But, Fish, do we have anybody else on the line?
We do. There we go. We have Sam on the line who's ready to talk some NFL draft today on this lovely Thursday.
All right, Sam, what do you got and where are you from?
Sam, I am.
Yeah, how you doing? I'm from Detroit, Michigan. One thing I wanted to quickly say was I'm all for Kayvon Thibodeaux over Aidan Hutchinson any day on number 2 overall. Just based on the pure upside and the talent that we see on tape, and you know, people might say he doesn't have a motor, or you know, he's not like Aidan Hutchinson. The guy never quits. Well, I have a different view, honestly. You guys say it's always the media talk, always the hype. Like I said, Kayvon Thibodeaux on number 2, that's a lot for me. I believe Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell are smart enough to make that choice. And for the 32nd pick, I honestly believe that Sam Howell is the choice for us. I believe he could be the next Josh Allen if he lives up to his potential.
Sam, why? I liked you. I thought we had something special. I thought we had something special. You motherfucker. Sam Howell.
Hear me out. So Sam Howell, to be honest, man, I feel like he can. I feel like he has potential. He can do something special, man, and he just needs a team around him with special players, special wide receivers around him. You know, he had a bad wide receivers at the end of the last year he played, and a lot of injuries.
Look,
You know,
I will say
feel
this,
like he could
Sam.
be
I
that
will
top
say
guy.
this. I don't mean to dog on Sam Howell. I wish him nothing but the best of luck, just not in Detroit. I don't need a guy that looks like Baker Mayfield. It's too terrifying for me. I don't think, look, maybe last year, if he was in last year's class, he's probably a first-round pick. Whatever happened this year. Yeah, he lost weapons. Yeah, he lost talent around him. I'm not a fan of taking a chance on Sam Howell. If he's there in the third round, hey, go for it. I'm not considering Sam Howell or any quarterback with the first 3 picks. It's going to be a tough go for me unless Malik Willis somehow falls. But again, I don't see it happening. Go ahead, Kory.
Let me sit up real quick. I saw Sam Howell at the Senior Bowl, and I'm gonna be honest, I did not like the vibe that he was getting off. He gave off to me, honestly, some Baker Mayfield vibes. And
like he's supposed to be, like he's not supposed to be there.
Like he was above everything in there. And also too, and I'm just gonna say this, and this is all dumb logic. I'm putting this out there. This is a stupid logic. I'm not drafting anybody that went to the same school as Eric Ebron. I'm just staying away. It's PTSD vibes.
Kory for president. Kory's for president. I'm absolutely down with that. But what I'm also down with is getting a 30-second breather. And everybody, we're going to continue to take calls. So keep calling. Fish will answer. And when we come back, we'll continue the conversation up until 9:50, and we'll get to mailbag. So everybody, get your calls in, and I'll see you in a little bit.
Cintron is the official energy drink of the Red Wings, proud partners of the Detroit Pistons, and exclusively served at Little Caesars Arena. If you're looking for premium ingredients, long-lasting energy, balanced hydration, essential vitamins, and great taste, Cintron is your top choice.
Hi, my diamonds. It's Crystal with an X. You want to get hot and perfect like me? Here's my super easy routine. Drink at least a gallon of water before you wake up. Attach a weight to everything in your house. Sell your car and just sprint everywhere. Scream when you exhale.
Don't follow Crystal with an X. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness with tons of equipment and free fitness training in our clean and spacious clubs. Join now for just $10 a month and cancel anytime.
Winning is a habit. So is listening daily to Woodward Sports. We're glad you're a winner, and thanks for listening.
All right, Fish, send me the next caller. Who do we have the pleasure of speaking to this morning, Fish?
Dorian from Detroit, but he's now in North Dakota, a great state.
Dorian,
they won the
interesting.
FCS championship, by the way. North Dakota
Nobody
State,
cares
go
about
Bison.
North Dakota State. They can suck a dick. Anyways, Dorian, good morning. Hope you're doing great. What do you got?
All right, sir. So here's what I got. So I think right now it stands that either we can get Aidan Hutchinson at number 2, or I wouldn't mind getting Kayvon Thibodeaux. Reason being, I don't believe in any of the reports trying to kind of assassinate his character, so I think that's ridiculous. With the other 2 picks, with 32, I'm thinking we're either going to go for either a safety, a Lewis Stein, or a Jaquan Brisker. And at 34, possibly a wide receiver, maybe Christian Watson, maybe even take a flyer on George Pickens if need be. But another key thing that we have to go after is linebacker, preferably a linebacker who can actually cover, because as you guys are all aware, our linebackers get really lost once the pass game gets out there. So hopefully if there's someone like a Channing Tindall or a Chad Muma out there in the 3rd round, we can possibly try to shoot for one of those.
Yeah, I'm absolutely with you on the idea of taking a linebacker. I'm a big Leo Chenal guy, although he's very one-dimensional in terms of he just goes up and down the field. He's not really sideline to sideline. Now, is he a great run stopper? Yes, I think the Detroit Lions absolutely need that. But if you're telling me you can solve the wide receiver, safety, and defensive end position with the first 3 picks, and come day 3, I get to walk away with Tyndall from Georgia or Chad Muma, I'm feeling really good, really good about that board. Thank you for the call, Dorian.
And I think we're falling asleep on the wide receiver thing. In today's NFL, you do need that maybe egotistical 6'3", 6'4" wide receiver that you can develop into something.
Absolutely.
Love those guys.
Fish, who is the next caller we have the pleasure of speaking to?
Lions Rumble 81.
Rumble, what's up, man? You're always welcome to call it on the show. How are you, man?
Great. How are you guys?
We're good. We're good.
I'm excited.
We're ready to rumble.
I'm excited. At this point, I don't care who we draft. I agree with all of you guys' takes. I just want somebody to make an immediate impact. We have the spotlight on us this year, and I want us to be the shining example of rebuilding and rebounding. I want all these guys to shine this year. I don't care if we win 7 games. I just want us to be successful leading up into the off season and leading up to Hard Knocks, etc. The draft in 2024. That is all I want.
And I think that's a good mindset. I always talk about it before any NFL season starts. When you're a team that's rebuilding, it's very important, even if you're going to lose a lot of games, Terry, that you show player development. You show that there is an offensive, defensive, overall general scheme, game plan that can be mimicked week in and week out. And with the Lions this year, you saw the player development early on, but what you didn't see was a consistent, fluid game plan. And obviously after Dan Campbell took over, things started to look more structure. I believe it was the game against Arizona where they showed that's how we can win football games. So, Rumble, I'm with you 100%. Thanks for calling in. Absolutely, at the end of the day, it's going to have to be an edge rusher at number 2. So thanks for the call. You're welcome to call it anytime, man. Big fan.
Man, love you guys. Thank you guys.
Appreciate it.
Have a great day.
All right, Fish, we could take one more before we got to get to mailbag. So who do we have the pleasure of speaking to?
We don't have anyone.
Oh, great. Well, good, Terry. We just get to talk now.
All right. We move on.
All right, let's move on. You know what, Terry? We got 4 minutes. I know this is something you wanted to bring up. Should tennis players, Fish will probably love this.
Hell yeah.
Should Russian tennis players be able to play in Wimbledon?
I think they should. Whatever Vladimir Putin is doing has nothing to do with athletes that are competing at a high level. It's not their fault. Should American athletes be banned from certain things when we invade Saudi Arabia or other countries? No, the Russian thing, to me, it's almost like there's one dude that's dictating what a country is doing. A lot of his generals don't agree with him, and I have to believe if they had freedom of speech like we have here in America, that a lot of people would be saying, look, what is this man doing? We're not down with this. So I would not ban athletes from Russia or Belarus from Wimbledon, and you know, this issue is going to come up with the U.S. Open too.
Yeah, 100%. I'm with you 1,000%. I think it's absolute BS. There are many wars happening, ongoing proxy wars, that we're not banning athletes from other nations, including ours, so I don't want to hear it. We do need to take a quick break. When we get back, mailbag. So get your questions lined up in the chat. If you'd like to call, we'll still take calls, but preferably mailbag. Get your questions in the chat again. But before we do, Maddie, could you tell us what's popping off on weekends over at Big Boy?
Oh, yes, I can. You guys know I love food, and Big Boy's Signature Buffet is back every single weekend from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. at your local Big Boy. Enjoy your favorites: eggs, bacon, sausage, garlic mushroom grits, red skin potatoes. They have so much to offer. It's delicious. Head on over to Big Boy for their Signature Buffet.
Fellas, let's be honest. We like things to be easy. We like simple stuff, like sports 7 days a week. We like things uncomplicated, like Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Sign in, sit down, watch your favorite team play, and before you know it, your hair will be game ready. Open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
At Wingsnob, staying humble's not our forte. We just have better wings. We're back at it again with our crispy golden brown fries and our famous boneless wings. Juicy, tender, hormone-free
Forgive me for what's
chicken,
about to happen.
your
Fuck.
favorite signature sauces, with no bone. Just when you thought Wingsnob couldn't get any better. Order online at wingsnob.com today. Wingsnob. We just have better wings.
We all know Cade should have been Rookie of the Year, but you know the saying, Detroit versus everybody.
Uh-oh, Cunningham all by himself.
Woodward Sports.
Well, guys, talking about the draft, there's a lot of players that we don't want. And Guardian Alarm gets it. Sometimes you just have to stay out. They're going to keep you safe and give you peace of mind, whether you're at home or on the road. Their 24/7 local monitoring makes sure what's important to you is safe. Call 1-800-STAY-OUT for peace of mind. That's right, you heard Fish. 1-800-STAY-OUT right now, and let them know Woodward Sports sent you. Speaking of
Fish, you're a dumbass. You know that?
The cops are here.
Fish, you gotta stop leaving mics unmuted. You know I say some really, really crazy stuff when we're in break. We're gonna get canceled because of your stupidity.
We're not gonna get canceled.
Don't ever leave another hot mic or I'm gonna fire you.
You would have got canceled already. Some of the stuff you say on the air.
Wait, what did you say?
All right, excuse me. I have to accept the phone call. Hey, Brad.
Oh, don't worry, they're here.
Hey, Brad. How you doing, buddy? Good. Oh, okay. Oh, Kayvon Thibodeaux is the pick? Very good. You have my approval. All right, cool. All right,
give him
Brad.
a brick.
Talk to you tonight, buddy. All right, bye-bye. I cannot wait for tonight's draft party. I really can't. Let's get questions in the chat. First question, what are the odds? Give a percentage on the odds the Lions actually surprise people and take a wide receiver with the number 2 overall pick. I'd give it a 0% chance. I don't think Garrett Wilson, Drake London, even though they're good wide receivers, I don't think they're Jamar Chase. And I think if Jamar Chase was in this draft class, I would be pulling my heart on whether I take the really talented prospect at wide receiver or one of the edge rushers.
I think Brad Holmes understands what it takes to win. And, we go back to the old formula. They want to run the football, establish the run, and then they want to disrupt other people's offense. He's not going to abandon that plan. So, therefore, I think it's a 0% chance. Let's just say 1%, maybe.
All right, I'm okay with that. Next question in the chat. Will we be paying attention to Vegas odds? Of course. Michael Peterson, very good question. All the talk is about Kayvon and Hutch. If the Lions select Jermaine Johnson, would you be upset? Yes, I would. We talked earlier about being bold, drafting with confidence, drafting with the idea that we are going to better ourselves long-term, not just right away. Can Jermaine Johnson come in right away and help stop the run and get some pressure on the quarterback? Yeah. But Kayvon Thibodeaux has to be the play. All right, we got...
You tried to stop...
Excuse me, we
got... last year.
Yay! All right, guys. All right, bring him in. Bring him in. Yay! Bring him in. Come on.
Oh, my.
All right. Here, I got to close this.
No. Just keep that away from me.
Walk up here. Walk up here. I need...
Everyone, get your ass up there.
Can I... Here we go.
What's up?
Let's go. Give me these. I want to stack them. Give them all to me.
I told you No, I'm good, because they'll come and arrest me.
There we go. All right. Abe, there's not a goddamn thing you can do about this,
That's like
Terry, I'm hanging
all right.
by you.
Yeah.
Everybody?
So we don't get,
Hello?
Hello?
Lions are taking an edge rusher at 2. They're not taking Kyle Hamilton? Oh, wait, one second. I'll put it on hold. Everybody who thinks Kyle Hamilton should be taking number 2 is a dumb motherfucker. Yep, you know what? I agree with you. Oh, wait, I got to put you back on hold. 1 second. Hello? Yep. Sauce Gardner at 2? No, I don't agree. Good, fuck you, bye. Hello? Yeah. Kyle Hamilton at number 2? Right, no, your mother's a whore. Not interested in taking Kyle Hamilton number 2 overall. Read it. Draft the cocaine. This is super simple, people.
That's actually how draft rooms work.
This is how draft rooms work. Hi, thank you for calling McDonald's. How can I help you? Hey, do you want one of these? Perfect throw. Perfect throw. I just want you guys to know, Alex, if you could adjust my camera and really bring the money shot over here. This is what the Detroit Lions should be drafting. Cocaine. High-graded shit. High-graded, high-quality cocaine. Why? Why is it important? Because this team needs to evolve. It needs to improve. And I'm telling you, if the Lions want to be a team that is in contention, you got to get players. And I brought this up earlier. If the Texans, hell, forget the Texans. If the Jets or the Giants hold the number 1 overall pick, we are not having this conversation about Kayvon Thibodeaux or Aidan Hutchinson, because one of them will go number 1 overall. That's my belief.
Maybe the Lions, if they had 7-8, would be, floating false stories
Well,
out there
if
too.
the Lions were picking at 5 and 7, I could tell you with 100% confidence they go edge rusher and Devin Lloyd, or edge rusher and Drake London or Garrett Wilson. 100%. But they're not in that situation, so it's irrelevant. So anyways, I am losing track of time. What time is it? We got 5 minutes. I got a lot of time. By the way, shout out to Justin. He did a phenomenal job with these.
Justin's our hero.
Justin is our hero. Here, Maddie, catch.
Okay.
Don't drop it.
Good catch. Everybody gets cocaine. Terry, you get cocaine? Here, it's okay. I got one. Here. Here, Terry.
Houston, we have a problem.
Why? That's fine. It's okay. I'm willing to accept that I'm going to get arrested after the show. You can arrest me on the show. It's fine. I told.
I was going to say, I'm pretty
That's
sure
fine.
he's coming for
Look,
you right at
you
this
can't,
moment.
You can't hold me liable to this, all right? These are all provided by Kory Woods.
What's
all
our
right?
theme song, remember? I'm
What is
in
it?
love with the cocoa.
That's right. Listen, Kory Woods gave these to me. I am a victim. You're still in possession. I don't own these. I'm not in possession. They're on the desk.
I got video of it.
I don't own this desk. This desk is owned by.
I'm pretty sure this is possession.
I mean, it's a phone call,
This is
actually.
just the-
It's the new
this is
iPhone.
just the phone.
It's the new iPhone. I don't know if
It's
you've.
called the Coke phone.
You should get a little police jacket and come and arrest his ass.
bigger battery.
Look, the point is, guys, I'm not telling you to do drugs, but in the one time I would ever recommend it, it's tonight.
I think this is a pork loin right here.
Yeah, I don't even know what that is. I think Justin ran out of Coke. Here you go, Terry. This is a good brick. You can sell that, by the way. I get you like 15, 20 G's on the market. Right?
I'm
about
good.
correct on that.
You have to say
Let's
that.
go, man. Draft night. We're going to be live 7:30 p.m. at the Brass Rail. I am very, very excited. I hope you all enjoyed the show today. Fish, do you still have that brick on you, buddy?
No, it's in the pile.
All right,
I
walk
gave it
out
to
of
Justin
there.
in the. Oh god.
Walk out real quick.
Didn't you see his tweet?
I did.
That's how
Here,
Abe was
buddy,
tipped
catch.
off.
Come here, catch. All right, go back in there. Arrest him. Arrest him right now. Arrest Fish.
No, he's here for you.
No, he's in possession. I don't have anything in my
I
hand.
have it. I've got it.
He's got it. He should be arrested.
I told you he's gonna be the first to snitch. Though.
He is a snitch, and he'll tell you that.
I didn't snitch on anyone. I said I have it. It's mine.
Oh God, Terry. Last thoughts before we go. Anything you want to say to Detroit Lions fans ahead of tonight's draft?
Hope and pray
Draft cocaine.
that they get Thibodeaux, and then because I don't know if Hutchinson's going to be there. But here's my thing. I am so glad the draft is tonight because we have no more mock drafts.
2023.
Terry,
Yeah.
we don't need that negativity in
No,
our
no.
lives.
Tomorrow we will have our first 2023 mock draft, probably, knowing this damn show. But I'm out. I'm glad this stuff is over, and good luck and enjoy your Super Bowl tonight.
Well, look, you know what?
Did you do
I still
the
got some.
lineup?
Yeah, I already
was
did the
gonna
line,
say.
so it's too late. We're kind of out of time, but that was fun. That was a good show. Lions fans, again, tonight, you will be making a decision that should impact the future of your franchise. Don't F it up. Don't take Malik Willis. Don't take Kyle Hamilton. And to all you Kyle Hamilton supporters, I just want you to know, you are a bunch of bitches. Because I gave you the chance to call in today and explain yourselves, and you didn't.
They did
So
not.
shout out to all those people on Twitter. Shout out to Easy. Shout out to all the bitches out there that wanted Kyle Hamilton at number 2 overall and are closing their mouths before the draft. It's okay. I understand.
How about the Baker Mayfield people? What do you say to them?
No,
Tom Maz, you know, I got to stand up for this. Tom Mazaway, Ryan Armani, you are the ultimate bitches. Because nobody in this goddamn town wants Baker Mayfield. You are honestly what's wrong with America. People like Ryan Armani, Tom Mazaway, anybody that wants Baker Mayfield.
Okay, you got one more name you got to mention.
I'm listening.
Braylon Edwards.
Braylon Edwards, fuck you two. All of you. All of you on the bottom line, all you Kyle Hamilton supporters, kiss my ass. You're a bunch of idiots.
Wow.
The Lions will be drafting cocaine tonight.
All right,
Kory,
you can,
catch.
You can go arrest him now.
Yeah, Corey's the one who gave these to me, by the way. So you can arrest Kory.
No, you can go put cuffs
These are
on
not
him.
mine.
Blame the guy from Detroit.
These are
You
these
see
are
what
not
happens?
mine.
You see what happens?
These are
you
not
saw
mine.
it first happen.
I should
Get
probably-
in trouble with the law, blame it on the black guy.
That's
Hey,
right.
hey,
And-
tell
and
me
the
I'm
police
wrong.
are out there now.
I'm white. I'm good. I can hold these up all day. You're not gonna arrest me.
Do it. Do it now.
We gotta go.
Do it
Have
now.
a great day.
Do it.
Enjoy
Do
the
it
draft,
now.
everybody.
Do it.
God bless. I am getting arrested, so I probably won't see all of you. If my mom asks where I am, this is abuse, by the way. Have a good day, everybody.
Beat his ass.
Bye, everyone.
Watch some football before the real football.